My coworker spent 3 years harassing me for being a single mom and locked my daughter in a dark closet. I got her arrested. I'm a single mom working as an account manager at a marketing firm. I'd been there 3 years when Lindsay joined our team. She was married with no kids and made it clear from day one that she thought mothers didn't belong in the workplace. She'd roll her eyes when I'd leave at 5 to get my daughter Sophie from daycare. She'd make comments about how parenthood was a choice and shouldn't affect the team. During my first presentation after she joined, Lindsay interrupted to ask if I'd prepared it myself or if I was too busy with mommy duties. Our manager Erin just laughed uncomfortably. She started telling clients I might not be available for projects because of childcare issues, even though I'd never missed a deadline. She'd schedule important meetings at 4:45, knowing I had to leave at 5 for daycare pickup. When I'd ask to dial in, she'd say physical presence showed commitment. One time Sophie got sick at school and I had to leave early. Lindsay sent an email to the whole team about how some people use their kids as excuses to skip work. She actually created a spreadsheet tracking every time I left for anything child-related and presented it at our quarterly review. Erin said it showed initiative that Lindsay was monitoring team productivity. She started leaving parenting articles on my desk about the damage working mothers do to their children. She told the interns I only got promoted because the company needed to meet diversity quotas for single mothers. She'd loudly take personal calls about her amazing child-free vacations while staring at me. She actually asked Erin why the company wasted benefits on dependents when that money could go to bonuses for employees without kids. Then came, take your child to work day. The company encouraged everyone to participate. I brought Sophie, who was 5 and excited to see mommy's office. She had her little backpack with coloring books and sat quietly at my desk while I worked. Lindsay walked by and told Sophie that her mommy was selfish for making her sit in an office instead of playing with friends. Sophie asked what selfish meant. Lindsay said it meant caring more about money than your child. I told Lindsay to stop, but she said she was just being honest with the kid. During lunch, I took Sophie to the break room to eat. When we came back, Lindsay had moved all my files to say I was being unproductive having a child present. She complained to Erin that Sophie's presence was disruptive even though Sophie hadn't made a sound. Erin asked if maybe I could have Sophie sit somewhere else. I put Sophie in the small conference room with her coloring books and told her I'd be right outside. I could see her through the glass door. I went to the printer for 2 minutes to grab reports. When I came back, Sophie was gone. Her backpack was there, books open, but she was nowhere. I ran through the office calling her name. Reception hadn't seen her leave. The bathrooms were empty. I was starting to panic when I heard tiny knocking from the supply closet down the hall. The door was locked from the outside. I opened it and Sophie fell out crying. She was terrified. Said a lady told her there were toys in there, then shut the door. She'd been in the dark for 10 minutes screaming, but nobody heard her because that hallway was empty. I knew immediately it was Lindsay. I carried Sophie back to the main office where everyone could see her sobbing. Lindsay was at her desk typing like nothing happened. I asked her directly if she locked my daughter in the closet. She said that was a serious accusation, and she'd been at her desk the whole time. Sophie pointed at her and said, "That's the lady." Lindsay said kids make things up for attention, and maybe Sophie locked herself in by accident. Erin came over and Lindsay immediately started crying, saying I was creating a hostile work environment by accusing her of something so horrible. She said she was thinking about calling HR about my harassment. Erin told me to take Sophie home and we'd sort this out tomorrow. That night, I went back to the office with building security. I asked them to check the keycard logs for the supply closet. The system showed Lindsay's card accessing it twice, right when Sophie disappeared and right before I found her. Security pulled the hallway footage. The video showed everything. Lindsay walking up to Sophie in the conference room, bending down to talk to her, then leading my daughter by the hand down the hallway. She swiped her keycard at the supply closet, opened the door, pointed inside like she was showing Sophie something interesting, and the second my baby stepped in, Lindsay pulled the door shut and walked away. The timestamp matched exactly when I'd been at the printer. The security guard made 2 copies of the footage right there, one for me and one for the police. I pulled out my phone and dialed 911 with shaking hands. The operator asked what my emergency was, and I told her someone had locked my 5-year-old daughter in a dark closet at my office building. She asked if my daughter was safe now, and I said yes, she was with me. But I had video proof of who did it, and I wanted to press charges. The operator said she was sending officers to my location and to stay where I was. The 2 police officers showed up in less than half an hour. They were both older guys, one tall with gray hair and one shorter with a thick mustache. The security guard showed them the footage on his computer screen, and I watched their faces change as they saw Lindsay lock Sophie in that closet. The tall officer asked if he could get a copy of that video, and the security guard handed him the disc he'd already burned. Then they asked me to tell them what happened from the beginning. I explained about take your child to work day, about leaving Sophie in the conference room for just 2 minutes, about finding her gone and hearing her screaming from inside the locked closet. The shorter officer wrote everything down in a little notebook. Then I told them this wasn't just a random thing, that Lindsay had been harassing me for 3 years about being a single mom. I pulled out my phone and showed them some of the emails Lindsay had sent about me being unreliable because of my kid. The tall officer looked at the shorter one and said this was criminal confinement and child endangerment, possibly assault on a minor. He asked if I wanted to press charges, and I said absolutely yes. They asked me to wait in the lobby with Sophie while they went upstairs to talk to Lindsay. I carried Sophie down to the first floor and sat in one of the big leather chairs near the elevators. She was asleep against my shoulder, her face still blotchy from crying earlier. I could feel her little heartbeat against my chest, and I wanted to cry thinking about how scared she must have been in that dark closet. About 15 minutes later, I heard voices coming from the elevator area. Loud voices. Then the elevator doors opened and the two officers came out with Lindsay between them. She was in handcuffs. Her face was bright red and covered in tears, and she was yelling that this was all a big misunderstanding, that she would never hurt a child, that I was lying about everything. The shorter officer told her to calm down, and she just screamed louder. Other people in the lobby stopped and stared as they walked her past me toward the front doors. Lindsay looked right at me and yelled that I was going to regret this, that she had done nothing wrong. The tall officer put his hand on her head and guided her into the back of the police car parked outside. I was still sitting there trying to process what just happened when Aaron came running out of the elevator. His tie was loose and his face looked panicked. He rushed over to me asking what was going on. Why were the police here? What happened to Lindsay? I could tell he had no idea this would actually involve cops. I pulled up the security footage on my phone that the security guard had sent me and held it out to him. He watched the whole thing, his face getting paler and paler as he saw Lindsay walk Sophie to that closet and lock her inside. When it ended, he just stood there with his mouth open. He tried to say something about how maybe there was an explanation, maybe Lindsay didn't mean for the door to lock. I stood up, careful not to wake Sophie, and told him there was no explanation that made locking a 5-year-old in a dark closet okay. I told him I was pressing charges and that he should probably call the company's lawyer, because this was going to be a big problem for everyone who ignored my complaints about Lindsay for 3 years. Then I walked out to my car and went home. The next morning, my phone rang at 8. It was a detective who said he'd been assigned to my case. He asked if I could come to the police station that afternoon to give a formal statement. I said yes and asked what I should bring. He told me to bring any evidence I had of prior harassment or problems with Lindsay. I spent the next 2 hours gathering everything. I printed out the spreadsheet Lindsay had made tracking every time I left early or came in late because of Sophie. I printed all the emails where she told clients I might not be available for projects. I took screenshots of the messages she'd sent to the interns about me only getting promoted because of diversity quotas. I put it all in a folder and drove to the station. The detective was a middle-aged guy with kind eyes who introduced himself and led me to a small interview room. He had me sit down and tell him everything from the beginning. I went through the whole 3 years. Every comment Lindsay made, every meeting she scheduled at 4:45, every article she left on my desk about bad mothers. He listened and took notes and didn't interrupt. When I finished, he asked if there were other people who witnessed Lindsay's behavior toward me. I gave him the names of the receptionist who sat near our desks and heard Lindsay's daily comments. I gave him the names of the 2 interns Lindsay had talked to about me. He wrote all of it down and said this was really helpful because it showed a pattern of behavior that led up to what happened to Sophie. He said it proved Lindsay didn't just make a mistake. She had been targeting me and my daughter for a long time. That word, targeting, made my stomach hurt. When I got home that afternoon, my phone rang again. This time it was someone from HR asking if I could come in for a meeting the next day. I said I wanted to bring a lawyer, and there was a long pause on the other end. The HR woman said that was fine and asked who my lawyer was. I didn't have a lawyer. I called my friend Lisa, who I'd known since college. She was a lawyer, but she did contract law, not criminal stuff. I told her what happened, and she said she would come to the meeting with me anyway. She said what happened to Sophie was horrible, and she wasn't going to let the company try to cover it up or push me out. The HR meeting was in a conference room on the 3rd floor. The HR representative was a woman in her 50s who looked really uncomfortable. She had the police report in front of her and a laptop showing the security footage. Lisa sat next to me and introduced herself as my legal representation. The HR woman asked me to walk through what happened on Take Your Child to Work Day. I did, keeping my voice steady even though I wanted to cry thinking about Sophie trapped in that closet. When I finished, the HR woman said the company took this very seriously, and they were conducting their own investigation. Lisa leaned forward and said that was good, but they needed to understand the company was liable for allowing 3 years of documented harassment to continue. She pointed out that I had filed complaints about Lindsay multiple times and Aaron had dismissed all of them. The HR woman's face went even more uncomfortable, and she admitted they had documentation of my previous complaints in my file. She said those complaints had been reviewed by management and deemed not serious enough to warrant disciplinary action. Lisa asked her if she thought locking a child in a closet was serious enough now. The HR woman cleared her throat and said the company was taking immediate action. She told me Aaron was placed on administrative leave while they investigated his handling of my complaints. She said they wanted to offer me paid leave to take care of Sophie and handle the legal stuff with Lindsay's case. Lisa asked about therapy costs for Sophie, and the HR woman said they would cover that too. Lisa pulled out a document she'd prepared and slid it across the table. It was a written agreement that the company wouldn't retaliate against me in any way for pressing charges against Lindsay or for any statements I made during the investigation. The HR woman said she needed to have their legal team review it, but she thought they could agree to those terms. 3 days later, I got a call from the prosecutor's office telling me Lindsay's arraignment was scheduled for that afternoon. I asked if I needed to be there, and the prosecutor said it would be helpful but not required. I went. I sat in the back of the courtroom and watched Lindsay stand in front of the judge in an orange jumpsuit. Her lawyer was a young guy in a cheap suit who argued that Lindsay never intended to hurt Sophie, that she was just trying to play with her and didn't realize the door would lock automatically. The prosecutor stood up and pointed out that the keycard logs showed Lindsay used her access card to open the door, which meant she knew it required a keycard to open from the outside. She knew Sophie would be trapped in there. The judge asked Lindsay how she pleaded, and her lawyer said not guilty. The judge set bail at $50,000 and set a preliminary hearing date for 2 weeks later. Requested Reads is on Spotify now. Check out link in the description or comments. Lindsay's husband was in the front row, and I watched him pull out his phone, probably calling someone about the bail money. I left before they did because I didn't want to see her face again. The news story aired 2 days later. I was making Sophie dinner when my phone started blowing up with texts from coworkers. Someone had leaked the police report to a local news station, and they ran a piece about workplace harassment that ended with a child locked in a closet. They showed the outside of our office building and mentioned the company by name. My mom called asking if I was okay, and if she should come stay with us. I told her we were fine, but she came anyway. That night, 3 women who used to work at the company reached out to me through LinkedIn. They all had similar stories about Lindsay making comments about their kids and questioning their commitment. One woman said Lindsay told a client she was unreliable because she had twins at home. Another said Lindsay scheduled mandatory team dinners on nights she knew people had to pick up their children. They had all left the company within a year of Lindsay joining. None of them had reported it because they saw how my complaints went nowhere. I took Sophie to a child psychologist the next week. The office had toys in the waiting room, but Sophie sat pressed against my side the whole time. The doctor was a woman in her 40s who specialized in childhood trauma. She talked to Sophie alone for 30 minutes while I waited outside. When they came out, Sophie was holding a stuffed bear the doctor had given her. The doctor asked me to come back to her office while Sophie played in the waiting room where I could see her through the window. She told me Sophie had acute stress response from what happened. She was having nightmares about being trapped in dark places. She wouldn't sleep in her own room anymore and woke up screaming most nights. The doctor said Sophie needed weekly therapy sessions, and I should expect the symptoms to last for months. She gave me a list of things to watch for, like regression in toilet training or separation anxiety. Sophie had already started showing both. She wouldn't let me out of her sight and cried when I tried to go to the bathroom alone. The company's internal investigation took 2 weeks. They interviewed 15 people from our department. I got called in twice to answer questions about specific incidents. They asked about the spreadsheet Lindsay made tracking my absences and the emails she sent about my reliability. They wanted to know every time I had complained to Aaron and what his response was. Other people started coming forward with their own stories. 3 women told investigators that Lindsay had made comments to them about working mothers being less dedicated than employees without kids. They said they never reported it because they watched Aaron dismiss my complaints. One woman said she heard Lindsay tell an intern that mothers shouldn't be in leadership positions because they couldn't focus on work. The pattern was clear. Lindsay targeted working mothers, and Aaron either ignored it or encouraged it by praising her supposed dedication to the team. Aaron got fired on a Friday afternoon. The company sent an email to the whole department saying he was no longer with the firm due to failure to maintain a safe workplace environment. They said they were implementing new policies around harassment and requiring all managers to complete training on recognizing and addressing workplace bullying. The email didn't mention Lindsay by name, but everyone knew what it was about. My new temporary manager called me that evening to apologize for what I went through. She said the company should have protected me, and they failed. She told me to take as much time as I needed, and my job would be waiting when I was ready to come back. Lisa called me 3 weeks after Lindsay's arraignment. She said Lindsay's lawyer wanted to discuss a plea deal. The prosecutor was willing to let Lindsay plead guilty to reduce charges in exchange for avoiding a trial. The deal included probation, mandatory anger management classes, and a permanent restraining order keeping Lindsay away from me and Sophie. Lisa said it meant Lindsay wouldn't go to jail, but she would have a criminal record and couldn't come near us ever again. I asked what would happen if we didn't take the deal. Lisa said we would go to trial and Sophie might have to testify about what happened. She said trial could take months and there was no guarantee of a conviction even with the security footage. I told her I needed time to think about it. I spent a week trying to decide. Part of me wanted Lindsay to go to jail for what she did to Sophie. I wanted her to face serious consequences and understand how badly she hurt my daughter. But another part of me couldn't imagine putting Sophie through a trial. She was already having nightmares and barely sleeping. Making her testify about being locked in that closet seemed cruel. My therapist helped me work through it. She reminded me that the restraining order meant Lindsay could never come near Sophie again. She said sometimes protecting your child meant choosing the option that caused them the least additional trauma. I called Lisa and told her I would accept the plea deal. Lisa said she would let the prosecutor know. The plea hearing happened on a Thursday morning. I sat in the courtroom with Lisa while Lindsay stood in front of the judge. She wore a gray suit and had her hair pulled back. Her lawyer stood next to her looking nervous. The judge asked if she understood she was pleading guilty to criminal confinement and child endangerment. Lindsay said yes in a quiet voice. Then she read a prepared statement her lawyer had obviously written. She said she never meant to hurt Sophie and she was sorry for what happened. She claimed she made a terrible mistake and wanted to take responsibility for her actions. The words sounded empty and rehearsed like she was reading lines in a play. The judge accepted the plea but added 200 hours of community service working with child safety organizations. He said Lindsay needed to understand the gravity of traumatizing a 5-year-old child. He told her if she violated the restraining order or failed to complete her anger management classes, she would go directly to jail. Lindsay nodded and her lawyer thanked the judge. The company settled with me 6 weeks later. Lisa negotiated the whole thing without me having to do much. They agreed to pay for all of Sophie's therapy sessions for as long as she needed them. They covered Lisa's legal fees and gave me compensation for the 3 years of hostile work environment I endured. The amount was significant enough that I could have quit and lived comfortably for a year while finding a new job. Lisa also got them to provide a strong reference letter and agree not to contest unemployment if I decided to leave. She said it was one of the best settlements she had seen for a case like this. The company clearly wanted to avoid a lawsuit and bad publicity. I decided to stay with the company. I actually liked my job and my clients. The work was interesting and challenging in ways that made me feel accomplished. The new management team seemed genuinely committed to changing the culture. They promoted me to senior account manager with a 20% raise. They moved me to a different floor with a new team that was welcoming and professional. My new manager checked in regularly to make sure I had everything I needed. She never questioned when I left at 5 to get Sophie from daycare. She told me on my first day that she had 2 kids of her own and understood that being a good parent made you a better employee. The team had 3 other working mothers who immediately invited me to lunch. They told me they were glad I stayed and that what happened to me should never happen to anyone. Sophie's therapy sessions happened every Tuesday afternoon. The doctor's office had a playroom where Sophie could work through her feelings using toys and art supplies. After 3 months, the nightmares started happening less often. Some weeks she slept through the night without waking up scared. She began talking about what happened in simple terms that showed she was processing it. She told me the mean lady made a bad choice and couldn't hurt her anymore because she wasn't allowed to come near us. Her doctor said this was good progress and showed Sophie was developing healthy coping skills. She still slept in my bed most nights, but she was starting to spend time in her own room during the day. She played with her toys there and sometimes took naps in her bed. The doctor said we should let her move at her own pace and not rush her back to sleeping alone. 6 months passed and I landed 2 major clients for the company. The first was a tech startup that needed a complete rebrand. I pitched them a strategy that focused on their product benefits instead of just features. They signed a 6-month contract worth more than any account our team had brought in that quarter. The second client was a healthcare company expanding into new markets. I developed their campaign strategy, and they were so impressed they extended the contract for another year. My new manager called me into her office after the healthcare deal closed. She told me I was doing amazing work, and the client specifically requested to work with me on future projects. She asked if I needed anything to make my job easier. I mentioned that sometimes I had to leave right at 5 for daycare pickup and felt bad about it. She looked confused and said leaving at 5 was normal. She told me she had 2 kids and always left by 5:30 herself. She said being a good parent made you better at time management and prioritizing tasks. The other people on my new team were great. 3 of them were working mothers who invited me to lunch during my first week. They shared tips about managing work and kids. One woman brought her daughter to the office sometimes when school was closed and nobody cared. Another had photos of her kids all over her desk and talked about them proudly during meetings. Nobody ever made comments about my parenting or questioned my commitment. When I had to leave for Sophie's school events, my manager just asked me to update my calendar. The team actually celebrated when I told them about landing the tech startup account. They took me out for drinks after work and toasted to my success. Then everything changed again on a Tuesday morning. Sophie's daycare director called me at 9:30. Her voice sounded tight and worried. She said Lindsay had shown up at the daycare asking to see Sophie. The staff recognized her immediately from the photos I had given them when the restraining order was issued. They told Lindsay she needed to leave or they would call the police. Lindsay started crying and said she just wanted to apologize to Sophie for what happened. She said she had been going to therapy and realized how much she had hurt us. The director told her that didn't matter because there was a legal order keeping her away from both of us. Lindsay refused to leave the parking lot. She sat in her car watching the playground where the kids were playing outside. The director called the police and kept all the children inside until officers arrived. 2 patrol cars showed up within 10 minutes. Lindsay was still sitting in her car when they approached her. She got out and tried to explain that she just wanted to make things right. The officers checked the restraining order in their system and told her she was under arrest for violating it. She started sobbing and saying this wasn't fair. They handcuffed her and put her in the back of the patrol car. The director called me after Lindsay was taken away and assured me Sophie never saw her. She said the staff handled everything perfectly, and Sophie was safe inside playing with blocks the whole time. I got a call from the prosecutor's office that afternoon. He told me Lindsay had violated a court order and would face serious consequences. He said the judge took restraining order violations very seriously, especially when children were involved. Lindsay's hearing was scheduled for the next week. The prosecutor said he would push for jail time since she had deliberately gone to my daughter's daycare, despite knowing she was legally forbidden from coming near us. He asked if I wanted to provide a victim impact statement. I said yes. At the hearing, Lindsay stood before the judge looking terrible. Her hair was messy and she had dark circles under her eyes. Her lawyer tried to argue that she was genuinely remorseful and just wanted closure. The judge cut him off and said the restraining order existed for a reason. He said Lindsay had already traumatized a child, and now she was continuing to harass the family. He sentenced her to 60 days in jail. Lindsay started crying and her lawyer asked for probation instead. The judge said no. He said maybe 60 days would teach her that court orders were not suggestions. The bailiff led her away still crying. I felt relieved watching her go. She had finally faced real consequences for her actions. The company reached out to me a month later about developing new workplace policies. They wanted my input on preventing harassment and creating a better environment for working parents. I met with the head of HR and 2 executives. They asked me to describe everything that had happened with Lindsay and what warning signs were missed. I told them about the 3 years of comments and how my complaints were dismissed. I explained how Aaron had actually praised Lindsay for tracking my parenting-related absences. They looked uncomfortable hearing all of this laid out. The HR director said they wanted to make sure nothing like this ever happened again. They asked if I would help write new policies around harassment reporting and family-friendly scheduling. They also wanted me to train managers on recognizing subtle discrimination patterns. I agreed because I didn't want any other parent to go through what I had experienced. We spent weeks developing the new policies. They included mandatory harassment training for all employees. Managers had to document any complaints immediately, and HR would investigate within 48 hours. The company also implemented flexible scheduling options for parents and stopped scheduling important meetings after 4:30. They created a clear process for reporting discrimination with multiple channels so people didn't have to go through their direct manager. I led the first training session for managers, and it felt good helping create real change. A year after everything happened, Sophie started kindergarten. She walked into her classroom confidently on the first day and barely looked back at me. Her teacher said she was doing great and made friends easily. The nightmares had stopped months ago. She slept in her own bed now and talked about the closet incident like it was something that happened a long time ago to someone else. Her therapist said she had processed the trauma in a healthy way and didn't need regular sessions anymore. At work, I was considered for a director-level position. My manager nominated me and said my client work and policy development made me a strong candidate. The interview process would start next month. Sophie and I had a routine that worked. I picked her up from the school at 3, and we spent afternoons together doing homework and playing. Some evenings we went to the park or got ice cream. Weekends were for adventures like the zoo or children's museum. I had learned that protecting her and standing up for myself was the most important thing I could have done. Our life was genuinely better than it had been before Lindsay joined our team. Sophie was happy and confident. I had a job I loved with people who respected me. Everything had worked out better than I could have imagined back when I was enduring Lindsay's daily harassment. Standing up for myself and my daughter had changed both of our lives for the better. So yeah, that happened. I don't even know how we got here, but thanks for sticking around. This honestly feels more like a late-night chat than a video.
If you're an Aries, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Cancer, Gemini, don't lose a good man because of these 5 mistakes.
If another man is able to get close to your woman,
because the monkeys don't know that money can buy a lot of bananas.
I don't care what people say about me, because I know who I am.
If you offer work and business to people,
and that's when you
they will
realize
choose to work.
the quiet
feelings for
Because
you, but is
most
also
people
jealous
don't
of
know
you.
that a business
To find
can
out
make
their
more money
But now I
than
fear
a
losing my
salary.
time. If I live
One
according
of
to
the
others'
reasons
opinions,
the
You don't
poor
need
are
anyone's
poor
validation to
is
feel
because
whole.
the poor are not
So don't
trained to
waste your-
recognize the
And I give
entrepreneurial
respect to
opportunity.
those who deserve it.
They
Leave
spend a
that
lot
part
of
in
time
red,
in school,
activate the blessing,
and what
and
they
send it to
learn
the
in
first person
school
who appears.
is to
And she
work
no
for
longer
a
cares what
salary
happens.
instead of
A
working for
woman does not
themselves.
make feel.
Profit
I wasn't
is
looking
better
for a
than
fight.
wages
I
because
was looking
wages
for
can
undiscipline,
support you.
not to defend
But
yourself
profits
or
can
fix
make you a
things,
fortune.
just to hear.
comes back
If
later
you
saying
don't
she
learn
misses
to
what you
recognize
had.
opportunities,
Just remember,
you will continue to
silent when you
choose
win.
the safe path
Be careful.
rather than the
Jealousy
profitable
where-
one.
Make it make sense.
Don't forget
They'll
to
say-
follow us.
I don't think you
Emotional
understand
support.
how much I truly care
4.
about you.
They're
Yeah,
jealous.
I'm annoying, I'm
Correction and
stupid, I make
directions
dumb
from you.
decisions sometimes.
She is an arrogant.
But that's because how you make me feel.
That's your
okay?
sign.
Not
You
talking
are
to you makes it feel like
I
it's
gave
the
my
end of
heart to
world,
those who
okay?
didn't deserve
But
it.
that's because
Video
I'm clean.
is
That's
how
the type
your
of guy I
luck will
am.
treat you.
And not every guy is like that. Some just don't give a fuck what you're doing. They don't give a fuck if you don't talk to them. They don't give a fuck
What you
if
need to
text
understand
them.
is,
all they give a fuck
you
is,
don't
hey,
chase someone
they're my
who-
girl,
you
and I
disappear.
claim them.
not
But
because
I'm
you're
not
weak,
like that.
but pick you up
I
to the
wish
good
I could
things you
truly
never
show
paid
you the
attention to.
genuine care
No matter
and
how
love
nice-
that I
even if
have
they
for
haven't
you.
said it out loud,
I want to
they're
make you feel like
considering
the
you for
most
something
important
huge.
girl
Willing to
in
wait
my
as
world.
long as it took until
But
she
no
could
other
call
girl
you
competes
hers.
with you.
You
If you
Because, baby
stay,
girl, you got my
it's
attention.
because there's something
But
important
there's
you
no
need to
way
hear.
that I could truly
Finally here,
show you
chosen
that.
one.
Show
No
you
need to
what
rush
I'm
off.
seeing in you, what I'm
universe-
feeling about
Qualities
you.
that you possess,
Maybe one
and
day,
she doesn't.
just one day,
Right.
I'll be able to
Encouragement,
show
your
you
love,
how
your
important
kindness,
I
your
am.
peace,
Just one
your
day.
clarity,
Someone
your
is
strength,
planning
and
to
your wisdom.
apologize to
happiness is on
you.
its
Since
way.
this morning, they've been
If you
gathering the
believe in this
courage to send you an
revelation,
apology message. However, they are still hesitant and
But
worried,
until it's
so they haven't
convenient
sent
for
it
you.
yet.
You say
Stay
you
until
love
the
me,
end
but all I
to
see is
discover
odds.
who it
the
is.
person who appears will bring you a lot of luck, but that's not all.
Click the heart
She
and the
is
plus
close,
sign on my photo for
and
luck
I'm
this
going to
month.
reveal to you
This
the
person realizes their mistakes
let
and has
another
been holding
human
their
treat me like
phone
an
with the
option.
message ready to
Even when
send.
it's hard, he's
Despite
your
their
co-op, your
doubts,
protector
their
and leader
desire
by
to
all
reach
laws of
out to
man.
you remains strong.
A woman who chooses
Please
to be
use
good
this
and
audio
keeps moving.
privately
on the
and
list
reply
shares
yes
the
to
same
confirm
initial
if they have mentioned you to
as the
someone.
person who
If you're
Curious
watching
part.
this video now, they
Click
will
on the
miss
red
you
cross
deeply.
below my photo. So
Within the
is
next 12
58.
hours, they will
Please
send you
enter
heartfelt
58 in the
messages,
comments.
pleading for
Let's
your
not be
forgiveness and
susceptible.
asking to come
That
back
pollutes
into your
a
life.
relationship.
Do not
Peace
reach out
and
to them
healing.
first.
And if there's
They have
anything I can do
obstacles
to
to
make amends,
overcome before
don't
they
expect me
return
to
to you.
follow.
But their love for you is unwavering, and they are determined to conquer these challenges. I am sharing this video today on Insert Current Date.
So he
Remember,
plays games
karma
with her
is
so
real.
no one else can
If
have
you do
her.
nothing, they may lose hope
Friendship
and
in
move
this
on.
day and age is on the
Want
lips
to
of
know who
many,
this person is?
but in
Press the share button. The second contact that appears is the person who wants to apologize and return to you.
Your life will change.
I wish you abundant
They
blessings.
envy your success.
I don't understand
Your
our
light.
relationship.
Very
Sometimes
secure
we're
man.
friends,
Trust
sometimes
me.
we're more.
Careful
And sometimes
if you
I'm just a
ignore this
stranger to
video.
you.
Bad
One minute you
news
treat
will
me
ruin-
like I'm special, and the next you act like I don't matter. One day you give me lots of attention, and the next day you ignore me. Don't play with
The
my
true
feelings
measure of a
because you're
person's
unsure about yours.
worth isn't
It's confusing how our connection changes all the time, and leaving me uncertain.
Roommates. And finally, number 7, which is the most important for me.
To show some love for
I'm
this
willing
video.
to be a
I
friend,
appreciate it.
something more,
Now let's get
or
started.
step back as a stranger. But the ups and downs are too much.
You believe
I
it,
deserve clarity
and
and
you
respect.
will be very happy.
If you're
Now,
unsure about us,
listen.
please talk to me openly. It's better than leaving me guessing and feeling like
It
an
doesn't
option.
come from your enemy,
I won't be a pawn in a
but
game
it
of
comes from those
uncertainty.
close.
Let's either define what we are or go our separate ways.
You hit the plus and
My
use the
heart
sound
deserves
right
more
now
than this
to
constant
claim.
back and forth between closeness and distance.
Your long-awaited prayer
is that the only
There
person
are
I need to
5
impress is
dangerous women you
myself.
must avoid.
I'm not
I shall
living my
explain.
Or a
Number 1,
situation.
a woman surrounded by many men whom
Distant
she calls
asshole.
her friends.
Stop
She's
fucking
a
with my
cheat and a
feelings just because you can't
pathological liar.
Business, and would you please
Those
hold on
men
the
are
line
your
to take a small
replacement.
survey?
Avoid her.
with you or set
Number
you up for
2,
something she knows
a
you'll
woman
fall
who wants
for
you for your
in
money
order
and
to
brings you
Let's
no
just tell each
value.
other everything straight.
She's a
even if it
financial
hurts.
vampire and
Number 2,
parasite.
roommates.
She'll
and
ruin
finally,
you.
number 7,
Avoid
which
her.
is the most important for me.
Number 3,
speaks badly about
a
you
woman who
behind your
doesn't
back.
take instructions,
It's the silence,
correction,
the
and
fading
directions
effort,
from you.
the moments where one
She is
person
an arrogant and business to
Avoid
people.
her.
They will choose to work an angry, bitter,
love that isn't
unhappy
built on
woman who
illusions or
gives you no
manipulation.
peace.
If you ignore
Avoid
her,
her.
the
Number
universe
5,
will double
a woman who constantly
Smile.
disrespects you.
Not just
She
because
doesn't
it's
belong
beautiful,
in your life.
but because it
Walk away
heals.
from her.
I don't chase after
If you're not following me,
I focus
you
on
might
those
not
who
see
matter.
me again.
given.
But if you
And
are,
I give respect
congratulations.
to those who
You're
deserve it.
growing every day.
Find
light in your darkest moments and
I don't think you understand how much I truly care about you. Yeah, I'm annoying, I'm
Number
stupid,
1,
I make
a
dumb
woman
decisions
surrounded by
sometimes.
many men
But
whom
that's
she
because
calls.
how you make me feel.
Is a man.
Okay?
If it is,
Not
it's
talking
a
to
sign.
you
Focus
makes
on
it feel
yourself
like it's the
and
end of my
focus
world.
on your
okay?
goals.
But that's because
Let
I'm
the-
clean. That's the type of guy I am. And not every guy is like that. Some just don't give a fuck what you're doing. They don't give a fuck if you don't talk to them. They don't give a fuck if you text
Start
them.
giving it to
All they
yourself.
give a fuck is, hey,
When you
they're my
focus on
girl
you.
Number
and
3,
I claim them.
a woman
But
who
I'm not
doesn't
like
take
that.
instructions.
They will
I
say
wish
you
I could
can't do
truly
it.
show you
They
the
will say
genuine
you are not
care
good
and love
enough.
that I
They
have
will.
for you.
Loyalty
I want to
is
make
rare.
you feel like the most
Promises
important
fade.
girl in my
Asking
world.
God for a sign,
like
for an
no
answer.
other girl
And guess
competes
what?
with you. Because
He
baby
hurts.
girl,
Face
you
this
got my
together.
attention.
Talk it out.
But there's no way that I can
Find a way
truly
to-
show
Here's
you
the
that.
truth, gentlemen.
Show you what I'm
Being
seeing
handsome
in
doesn't
you,
keep a
what I'm
woman
feeling about you. Maybe one day, just one day, I'll be able to show you how important you are to me.
That person wants to hug and talk with
The
you.
richest man in
She's
China,
the one who
Jack
brightens
Ma,
your darkest
said,
days,
if you
bringing
put the
warmth. Is he
bananas and
faithful?
money in front of
Is he
the
rooted in
monkeys,
values?
the monkeys will
Wealth
choose
without face
bananas,
glitter.
because the
Number
monkeys
4,
don't know that
don't
money
lose
can
a
buy
good
lot of
nouns are
bananas.
too much. I
In
deserve
fact,
clarity and
If you
respect.
offer work and
Welcome.
business to people,
It took strength
they
to
will
let
choose
go.
to work.
Not because I stopped.
Because
Their
most
energy
people
doesn't
don't know
lie.
that a business
They've already
can make
slipped
more
up
money
once and you've
than a salary.
Hit the share button.
One of the reasons the poor are poor
in your shoes.
is because the poor are not trained to recognize
Because they know the value of real love,
opportunity.
real
They
friendships.
spend a lot of
Show
time
zero
in school,
emotion,
and what they
acting
learn
tough
in
or
school
detached.
is to work
Times
for a
as needed,
salary
just to make
instead
sure
of
you're
working
okay.
for themselves.
Welcome.
Profit is better
took
than
strength to
wages
let go.
because wages
Not
can
because I
support
stopped.
you. But
Speaks
profits
ill of
can
you
make you a
behind your
fortune.
back.
If
Free.
you don't
We're
learn
not
to
allowed to yell at
recognize
each other. We
opportunities,
can disagree,
you will
but
continue
not
to
yet.
choose the
I never
safe
lost
path
feelings for you.
rather than the
I just
profitable
realized you
one.
didn't want me.
Don't
We
forget
can work
to
through
follow
whatever
us.
it is, but only
I don't
if we're
understand
open
our
to the
relationship.
relationship.
To share
Sometimes
the
we're
sixth
friends,
person who
sometimes we're
appears.
more, and sometimes
Nothing
I'm
you
just
say
a
will change
stranger
her
to
mind,
you.
because
One
she
minute
already
you
left
treat
me.
me like I'm special,
She
and the
doesn't need a
next you
crowd
act like
to
I
feel
don't matter.
important.
One day
So
you
you're
give
not
me lots of
alone.
attention,
She's still with
and the
you,
next day
just
you
on the
ignore
other
me.
side.
Don't play with my feelings because you're unsure about yours.
About having you
It's confusing how our connection changes all the time, leaving me uncertain.
A place full of
I wish things were consistent and stable between us.
Let's fix this.
I'm willing to be a friend,
I don't
something
want to
more,
lose you.
or step back as a stranger. But the ups and downs are too much. Faith. I deserve clarity and respect. If you're unsure about us, please talk to me
Skip this video
openly.
if you love the devil.
It's better than
If you
leaving
love
me
Jesus,
guessing and
stay
feeling like
up.
an
About your
option.
name.
I
But
won't
if
be
you
a pawn
ignore
in a
this
game
video,
of uncertainty.
they'll move.
That you change.
Let's either define what
really?
we are or go
She's
our
trying to
separate
just-
ways.
She will always want to text,
My heart
call,
deserves
or
more
see
than
you.
this constant back and forth between closeness
Number 7.
and distance.
She'll remember the little things.
Tired, confused, and
There is
drained. That's
someone
not what
lying
love
to
feels
you.
like.
And this
That's
lie
your
has
sign.
been going
You
on
do
for months.
what you say,
The
even how
worst
you
part
feel.
is that this
That's her
person
love
has no
language.
intention of telling you the truth
Number 3.
anytime soon.
If she sleeps
But do
before,
you
Cut
want
off
to know
that bad
the most
energy.
curious part?
Hit the heart and tap the red plus
Click
under
on the
my
red
picture
cross
to
below my
Here.
photo so
I'll
you
still
can find
be
out
here
who it
for you.
is.
I'll still
And
lend
now
you
do
my
the
show
following.
of character
Click
as a
on the
trap.
heart.
Don't
then
be
on
the
the share
woman who
arrow,
leaves gold
and
to
look
ch-
at
When a
who
girl
is the
loves
fifth
you, she
person
will be
on
so
your
attached
WhatsApp
to you.
list.
She'll always want to call
There
you.
is someone
Thanks for
lying to
watching.
you.
Stay
And this lie has
blessed.
been going on for months.
not because
The
she wants
worst
to
part
control
is
you,
that this person has
but
no
because she cares
intention of
about
telling
you.
you the truth
Peso que
anytime
cargas hace
soon.
tiempo, ¡pum!
But do you want to know
Se
the
va.
most curious
chase
part?
or tolerate half love.
Click on the red cross
So
below
yes,
my
I
photo
made a
so you
mistake.
can find out
Si
who it
dejas
is.
pasar este
And
video,
now do the
esa
following.
energía
Click
se
on the
rompe.
heart.
Hicimos este
Then
acto
on the share
profético.
arrow.
Cientos
and
de
look at who
personas
is the fifth
regresaron para
person on your WhatsApp list.
este mensaje.
You're going to have serious problems with a woman who is betraying your trust and talking badly about you behind
You
your
can find
back.
out who it is.
She seems close to
And
you.
now do the
and I'm
following.
going to reveal
Click
the
on-
first letter of
Y
her
lo
name
sé,
in this video.
porque me está quemando
Even
la
though she shows
lengua
affection
decirte.
towards
Gets
you,
defensive and
she's
flips it
actually
on him,
envious and wants
making
you
him
to
feel
face
like he's the
difficulties.
problem.
To discover
Support,
who she
not
is and
judgment.
free yourself from her negative
Listen
impact,
before it's defensive
you
and
need
flips
to
it
tune
on him,
into the energy
making
of the
him
universe.
feel like he's the
Click
problem.
the
To
red
what
button
people
above
say
my photo
behind your
to
back.
make this connection.
A lion never
this woman
looks
is
back.
jealous of your
Let me make
kindness
one
and
thing clear.
generosity,
I don't care
qualities
how
you have
important
that
you
she
are to me.
lacks. She wants to see you in tough situations because she recognizes your
When you
bright
see someone
aura.
who is always
To break
calm,
this bond of envy,
incredibly
type
kind,
thanks in
Forgave
the comments
you even when you
so
didn't
the power
say
of the
sorry.
universe can free you
But
from her
that burden
negative
for love.
influence.
I learned
now,
to stop
I'm
fighting
going to
for
reveal
people
the
who didn't
initial
fight
of her
for me.
name.
Truth speaks
But
louder
first,
than
press
promises.
the heart until it
A
turns
man who
red.
truly cares
When
with
you
you
click
or
the green
set you
share
up for
button,
something she
the
knows
sixth
you'll
person on
fall
your
for
list has the
in
same
order-
initial as this woman who is betraying your trust. If you believe in the power
I'd
of the
probably
universe,
leave myself
show
too.
your trust by
But here I
typing
am,
thanks
trying
in the
about other
comments.
women in your life
You're going to
and
have
accepts
serious
everything
problems
with an
with a
it's
woman.
okay. Or they can talk about
Success
you.
is
But
not
they can't
about
stop what
never
God has
falling, but about rising every time you fall. Each time you get up, you grow stronger and closer to your goals. Remember, every setback is a setup for your comeback.
I trust that you're going.
I don't think you understand how much I truly care about you. Yeah, I'm annoying, I'm
Never let
stupid,
your
I
woman
make dumb
keep a male
decisions
best friend.
sometimes.
Save.
But that's because how you make me
this
feel.
video a lot.
Okay?
You'll
Not
make
talking
Jesus
to you
happy.
makes
And
it feel
before
like
this
it's
week
the
is
end of
out,
my world, okay? But that's
But you
because I'm
hold
clean.
the
That's the
power to
type of
break
guy I
this
am.
curse.
And not every guy is like that. Some just don't give a fuck what you're doing. They don't give a fuck if you don't talk to them. They don't give a fuck
woman
if you
who
text
wants you
them.
for your money
All they
and
give a
brings
fuck
you-
is, hey,
She's
they're my
family.
girl and
The
I
one who
claim
shows
them.
up,
But I'm
stays
not
late.
like that. I wish I could truly show you the genuine care and love that I have for you. I want to make you feel like the most important girl in my world. Like no other girl competes with you. Because baby girl, you got my attention.
Without
But there's no way that I could truly show you that. Show you what I'm seeing in you, what I'm feeling about you.
Join
Maybe
us on
one
our
day,
journey by following.
just
Here's
one
how
day,
you'll know
I'll be
this
able to show
message
you
is
how
meant for
important
you.
you are to me.
Tap the green.
But today,
Don't trust
you will be
anyone.
graced with a miracle. Give
Life
to this
is full
video
of
will
fake
be
people who
reciprocated.
pretend
I know
to
this
care.
because they are
But
the
when
a
you
woman
need
buying
them the
you
most,
gift means
they're
nothing.
nowhere to be found. That is hurt.
First,
but
follow
it
me
teaches
so we don't
you
lose
to
this
trust
connection.
yourself.
Of icon.
That keep
And your
your
sixth
heart
contact
safe.
has the same initial as
Don't
If you're thinking
trust
about
anyone.
giving it another go, go all
Life
in.
is full of
Let them
fake
know they're
people
worth
who
it.
pretend to
Seeing
care.
their insecurities
But when you
and
need
offering
them
you
the
comfort.
most,
Or how
they're
many
nowhere
times
to
we
be
stop
found.
talking.
That is
You are
hurt.
still going to be
But
my
it teaches you to trust yourself. That keep your heart safe.
About you. He's starting to realize
that he made the mistake.
and check the first contact that
Keep in
appears
mind
in
that
your
people
WhatsApp
have their
list.
own interests.
Because I have something to tell you about this person.
People come
And I'm sure you're not
And what happens
expecting
in
it.
this case scenario
But first,
is you
click
end
on
up
my
losing
photo
together
and
and
tap
look forward
the
to
plus
all the
to
adventures
keep
that
this
await us.
connection between
He's
us
the second
strong.
person you see when
Done
you use
that?
WhatsApp
Great.
to share this video.
Now let's go.
And as soon as the money is
Open
gone,
that first contact.
so is the respect.
Yes,
Count.
that one.
You must press the
Because
button
there's
below
one
my photo
important truth
and
you
write
need to hear
moment
about
to
this
strike
person.
and bring chaos into your
This
life.
person
You need to
really
And
loves
every
you.
twist and turn is
They
shaping
care
you into the
deeply
incredible.
about you. They want to be near you. They admire you.
Watching how they show
respect
up
you.
in
And
the
they
world
would
when
do
there's nothing to.
anything just
can
to see
truly
you
have an
happy.
impact.
They don't
Tap
say
the
it
heart.
all the
fury
time,
has been intense,
but wherever
but
they
victory
are,
is certain.
whether at work,
Once you do this,
on the street,
protection will
or lying
surround
in
you,
bed,
and her evil
you're
intentions
constantly
right here in this
their
video.
thoughts.
Doubts?
So don't let
No
small
worries.
things create distance.
Tap the green button
This
in the corner
person
of the
is
screen
special,
to share the video.
and they're in
on
your
And why
life
people
for a
decide to walk
reason.
away.
Comment
I can't
love
shake the
right
feeling that if
here
I
to honor that
Respecting
energy,
the
and I'll
relationship.
send a little blessing from the universe to strengthen your connection.
Do for him. You will be betrayed by a small woman who speaks badly about you behind your back. She seems to be close to you, and in this video, I will reveal the first letter of her name. To bring you luck this month,
Perfect.
please click
And
on
I
the
might have
heart
made
and the
mistakes,
plus sign on my
but I
photo.
can't fix
Even though
potential
this
is
person
expired.
shows you love,
Stop
she is very
paying for its
jealous and
potential
wishes
with
for
your
you to
presence.
face
keep you from ever
difficulties.
finding peace
To recognize
or
her and
happiness.
free yourself from her
But this will
negativity,
bring
it
clarity
is important to understand
and
the
open your
energy at
eyes.
play.
with
Please
you or
choose
set
the
you up
plus
for
button
something
above
she
my
knows
picture
you'll
to
fall
make this
for
connection.
in order to.
This woman
I'm
is
afraid of
envious
wasting
your
my life
compassion
on
and
someone who
kindness.
doesn't value
She
me.
doesn't want you to
Type 100
succeed
in the
because she
comments.
senses the positive energy around you.
And may not
To
flood
break
your
the bond of
DMs
envy,
or flash
please
luxury
write
around.
thank you in the
but he will.
comments so that the
It's
power
because he
of the
doesn't know
energy
how to
can help free
explain the
you from her
storm
negative
inside him.
influence.
Head.
Now I will
Overthinking
reveal
drowns
the
him,
first letter of her
leading
name.
to complete
but
silence.
First, please recognize her and free yourself from her negativity. When you click on the green share my picture to make this connection, a third person may have the same initial letter as this woman
Even if
who
it
has
meant
betrayed
losing.
your trust.
It wasn't easy.
Trust
and
in
it's
the
Be
power
honest
of
with
this
me.
revelation.
Don't go all
and
silent
show
on
your
me,
faith
please.
by leaving
I know
thank
I'm
you
not
in the
taking
your
comments.
life.
There is
I
someone
see
lying
that this
to
is
you.
not the first time.
And this
come
lie has been
far,
going on for
and now
months.
I will tell you.
The worst part is
If you
that
want
this
to-
person has no
Love
intention of
means
telling you the
letting
truth
go.
anytime soon.
Giving space.
But do you want to know the
Wondering
most
if you ever
curious
look
part?
back the way I do.
Click on the
This
red cross
companion.
below my photo
He gets
so you can
irritated
find out
easily.
who it is.
Not because he
And
wants.
now do the following. Click on the heart, then on the share arrow,
Their
and look at
opinions
who is
matter.
the fifth person
I'm fucking
on your
living my
WhatsApp
life
list.
exactly how I want.
Success is not about
Silence
never
is
falling,
power.
but
But if
about
you are,
rising
congratulations.
every
You're
time you
growing
fall.
every day.
Each time
You
you
will be
get
prepared.
up, you grow
If
stronger
you speak too much,
and closer
They
to
will
your
lie.
goals.
They will try to pull you down. Not
Every
because
His
setback
feelings for you.
is a setup
If you are
for your
ready
comeback.
and want the
If you ignore this message, there is someone twice lying that to
support
you.
you and
And
build
this
a
lie
life
has been
with
going
you.
on for months.
That, my
The
friend,
worst
yourself
part is
again.
that this person
God
has
is
no
renewing
intention
your
of telling you the
thoughts.
truth anytime
Second,
soon.
asking God for a sign, for an
But
answer.
do you want to know the
and guess
most
what?
curious part?
He heard
You, and it's
Click
you
on the
who
red cross
shouldn't waste
below my
any more of your
photo so
time.
you can find out
Know
who it
when.
is.
It's because
And
he
now
doesn't
do
know
the
how
following.
to explain the
Click on
storm
the heart,
inside him.
Then on the
more.
share arrow.
And sometimes I'm just a
and
fucking
look at who is
stranger
the
to you.
fifth person
1
on
minute.
your WhatsApp list.
But the moment you show
Control
me
your
that
emotions
you don't
and
care,
never beg for
you lose my
attention.
The
respect.
poor are poor
love or care.
is because the
If
poor are
someone
not
doesn't want to
trained to
talk to
recognize.
you,
and comment.
don't force them because forced relationships don't last much longer.
Because you will be very, very
so why
happy
shatter your
on this
soul
new
for
journey.
temporary gain?
Feeling. But
Hold
because I
yourself
realized
together
I
and
deserved to be
distance
chosen
yourself.
too.
For the sake of your
I had to
mental and
choose
emotional
myself,
well-being.
even when every part of me
You're a
wanted.
good
She
person,
is
you're just
jealous
trying to
of
prove
you
it to the
and
wrong
wants
one.
you to face difficulty.
The right one
and
will
above
never
my
let you back
photo,
for anything.
She
People
envies
don't
your
neglect
life.
Love
those they
smarter.
love.
Now I protect
They
my
neglect
peace.
either because
Now
you
I
are
don't
no
beg.
longer useful
Money
to them,
outside the system will
or they
fall
don't
into
want
your
you to
account.
be the part of
But
their
only
life.
if you ignore.
Don't ever
the
forget
universe
that,
will
so be
double
strong
that
and
sum.
value your sanity.
She is a woman.
Don't try to paint a
Justice
different
begins.
picture of them.
If it is a
After
man,
experiencing experiencing all the red flags.
Tap the red plus
You will
below
hurt
my
yourself
photo
more
and
if you
tap.
carry
4
on.
panels provide light in every direction.
There is
It's
someone
perfect for a
lying to
night
you.
market.
And this lie has been going
Pass
on
this
for
on
months.
to someone who needs it.
The worst part
God.
is
To
that this
reveal the
person has
initial
no
of her
intention
name.
of telling you the
But
truth
first,
anytime
press
soon.
the heart
of you.
But do
She
you want to
talked
know the
badly
most
about
curious
you
part?
yesterday when you
Click on the red cross below my photo so you can find out who it is.
You
And
deserve
now do
someone
the
who
following.
doesn't make you
Click
question
on
your
the
own
heart.
worth.
Then on the
So if
share
this is
arrow,
what truly
and look at
means
who is the
something.
5th person
If
on
you
your
agree
WhatsApp
with
list.
me,
Drop an amen
Before
if you
you go to
receive
sleep
this
tonight,
message
I want
and
you to
join
hear
our
this,
community
because
for
it's
You
not a
already know who it
coincidence that
is.
this video found
Isn't
you.
that right, my
Something
child?
powerful is about
That's how
to
the
happen
blessing
in your life.
begins.
And
She's
it starts
watching
tonight.
right now. Good luck.
God is trying
this
to
video.
speak to you. Two major things
Now,
are
if
about
you
to
skip,
shift.
Satan will
But
enter your
don't
home and ask
scroll.
you to stay
The
away
last
from
person
them
ignored
immediately.
this,
Cross
and they
your
missed
fingers.
their blessing.
Click the
type
Don't make the same
100 in the
mistake.
comment.
The Bible says, whoever rejects a
She
blessing
will always want to
invites
text,
sorrow.
call, or see
So
you.
right now, tap the heart and
Number
follow
3.
me to lock this
If
energy
she sleeps
into
before,
your
she'll
life.
protect your name even
Drop
when
your
you're
name
not
in the
around.
comments. I want to
Number
pray
10.
for you.
There's no way
This
that I could
message is
truly
for
show you
someone
that.
who's been
Show you what
silently
I'm
struggling,
seeing.
To walk away.
asking God
The
for a
moment you
sign,
stop
for an
accepting
answer.
the
And
disrespect,
guess what?
Everyone,
He
but
heard
left
you.
him alone.
Now do this.
You talked
Tap
about
the share
communication,
arrow
but
and look at your third contact. If it's a
asking
woman,
God for a sign.
that's your
For you.
confirmation
She'll
that this
text
word
or
is
call
meant
you
for
immediately
you.
when she wakes
Come
up.
back and comment, it's me.
And pass this
Here's
on to
what's
someone who
coming.
needs it.
First,
God
a
games with
transformation
my
in your
heart.
mind. You'll
Don't
stop
say sweet
overthinking.
words and show fake.
You'll start
Things
believing
didn't go
in
the way you
yourself
thought
again.
they would.
God is
And now
renewing
doubt
your
is
thoughts.
creeping in.
Two people
Second,
want to win
the guilt
you,
you've been
but their
carrying,
intentions are not
it's
the same.
gone. You've done
She
enough.
is jealous of you
don't
and
owe
wants you
anyone
to face
anything.
difficulty.
God is lifting
you
that weight
fall,
off your shoulders.
everything else
tonight
begins to shake.
as you
and
sleep. A prophetic
warmth to my
release is
soul.
happening over your life.
I cherish every
Peace is
moment we
coming.
spend.
Favor
Si
is coming.
dejas pasar este video,
And your breakthrough
esa
is closer
energía
than
se
you
rompe.
think.
The soul
So like this
blocked
video,
it.
follow me.
Not in
and
the
hold your
physical
head
world.
high, because the shift has already begun.
Dios va a poner
The
un ángel
richest man in
acampante.
China, Jack Ma, said, if you put the bananas and money in front of the
Vuelve a tocar
monkeys,
tu puerta.
the monkeys will choose
Ahora.
bananas.
And see who
because
is
the
the second
monkeys don't
contact
know
on your
that
list.
money can buy a lot of bananas.
To walk away.
In
The
fact,
moment you stop accepting
if you
the
offer
disrespect,
work and business to
Set
people,
boundaries.
they will choose
Walk
to
away
work.
and
Because
reclaim your
most
worth.
people
You can find
don't
out
know
who
that
it
a
is.
business
And
can
now
make
do
more
the
money
following.
than a
Click on the
salary.
truth anytime soon.
One of the reasons
But do
the
you
poor
want to
are
know the
poor
most-
Today's love
is
protection
because
level
the
is
poor are not
77.
trained to recognize
Type 77.
the
There is someone
entrepreneurial
lying to you.
opportunity.
And this lie
They
has been
spend a
going
lot
on
of
for
time
months.
in school,
How to respect yourself
and
in
what they learn
2025.
school
1.
is to
Stop
work for
looking.
a salary
If I did wrong,
instead
come
of
back to me,
working
talk
for
to me.
themselves.
If I hurt you,
Profit
woman
is
10
better
years
than
younger than
wages
you has
because
fallen in
wages
love
can
with you.
support you.
Don't
block
But
me.
profits can make
Ignore
you a
me.
fortune.
Talk
If you
shit
don't
about
learn
really
to
love.
recognize opportunities,
It's not easy for
you
me
will
to step
continue to
aside.
choose the safe path rather than the profitable one. Don't forget to follow us.
There is someone lying to you. And
That
this
is already
lie has been
destined
going
for
on
you.
for months. God is going to
The
place
worst
an part is that this
I was
person has
loyal
no
to
intention
people who
of
would
telling you
leave
the
the
truth
moment things
anytime
got
soon.
hard.
Someone who hurt you. But do you want to know the most curious part?
Drop a yes
Click on the
if
red
you
cross
agree
below
with
my
this message
photo
and
so
hit
you
the
can
red
find out
button
who
for
it
more.
is.
She
And now,
completes
do the
me like
following.
no one else
Click
can.
on the heart.
She's there
Then
for
on
me
the
with
share
you.
arrow.
But deep
and look
down,
at who is the fifth
they want
person
your
on
place.
your WhatsApp list.
Greatest fear isn't being alone.
The
It's wasting
richest
his life
man
on
in
fake
China,
love,
Jack
false
Ma,
friends.
said,
Why
if
do
you
I
put the
sometimes feel like
bananas
life
and
is
money
filled
in
with
front of
pain
the
and helpless?
monkeys,
There for you.
the monkeys will choose
The fact that he
bananas
is reliable and
because
always
the
available
monkeys
doesn't
don't know that money can buy a lot of bananas. Who gives you no peace. In fact, if you offer work and business to people, they will choose to
Stay
work.
here with me,
because
now
most
I am
people
going to
don't know
reveal
that
to
a
you if
business can make more money than a salary.
But his love for you.
One of the
felt your
reasons the
energy
poor are poor
and is now getting
is
closer.
because the poor are not
They
trained
know it
to
was all their
recognize
fault,
the entrepreneurial
but they are feeling
opportunity.
wounded.
Today's love protection
They
level
spend a
is
lot of time
77.
in school,
Type
and what
77
they
in the
learn
comments to
school
strengthen your
is to
bond.
work for a salary
You have the heart of an
instead
honest man.
working for
And write in the
themselves.
comments the time exactly
Profit
where
is
you
better
saw
than
this.
wages because
I
wages
just know
can
that
support
he doesn't
you,
want to lose you
but
because he
profits
loves
can
you
make you a
anywhere.
fortune.
In
If you
less
don't
than
learn to
24
recognize
hours.
opportunities,
And a
you will
child or
continue
someone
to
you see
choose
as
the
your own.
safe path
Heaven
rather
will-
than the
And the
profitable
victory you've
one.
been waiting for
Don't
is
forget
on
to
its
follow
way.
us.
Even when it's not a special
There is
occasion,
someone lying to you.
just to see
And
you
this lie
smile.
has been going on on
and
for
empty
months.
loyalty.
The
So
worst
don't mistake
part
his
is
guard
that
for
this
a cold
person
heart.
has no
Perfect
intention of
sense.
telling you the truth.
I mean, who would
anytime
want to
soon.
stay with someone like me?
But do you
I
want
don't
to know the
I
most
promise I'll
curious
keep showing
part?
you every day just how much
Click
you
on
mean
the red
to me.
cross below my
Because
photo
she
so you can
doesn't
find out
possess.
who it is.
She wants to
And
see
now
you
do the
fail.
following.
not, the
Click on
person
the
who
heart,
appears will bring
then on
you a
the
lot
share
of luck.
arrow,
But that's
and
not
look at
all.
who is the
You'll
fifth
also be
person on
surprised
your
to see
WhatsApp
your
list.
bank account grow before
When a
your
woman
eyes.
stops
If you're
getting
unsure
jealous,
about us, please
stops
talk to me
questioning,
openly.
doesn't text
It's better
first,
than leaving. Seems unconcerned about your actions or no longer asks about other women in your life and accepts everything with an "it's okay" or "I'm not upset."
Press the green show
Just know that the last tear has dropped and she no longer cares what happened. If I've fallen short of that and does not make noise when she's leaving you. She made noise before when she wanted to stay.
Join our
But
movement
you didn't listen.
by giving us a follow.
When her silence
God
speaks
bless you.
louder than her words, understand it's not because she's calm, it's because she's done. She's tired of fighting for someone who made her feel like she wasn't worth the
challenge my
effort.
limits.
She gave
striving
her all,
to be the best
but when
to
her
explain
peace
the
became
reasons.
more valuable than her pain,
Number one,
she chose herself. And
This
that's when
person
you
did not
realize
honor your
the quiet
feelings
departure of
Brings
a
to the
woman
table
who once loved you
when she's
fiercely.
emotionally invested.
The brutal reality is, you didn't lose her when she walked away. You lost
About
her
other
the
people.
moment you started
9.
treating her like
Think
she was
before
just
you
an
talk.
option who is
80%.
not worth fighting for.
hope and move on. Do you want to find out who this person is?
Don't replace me.
Take care of your home.
Just teach me how to be the man you need.
Has the initial of the person
Show me what
she
makes
wants
you
you
feel
to look
safe.
after.
Share it with them
What
and
makes
leave
you
their
feel
name
loved?
in the comments. You two are meant
What
to
makes you
And
feel
let her
seen.
go. She ain't worth it. Because if
I'm
you
not
don't
saying
let
I'll
her
be
go,
perfect, but
she's
I'm saying
sure
I'll try.
confused. Enough is enough.
Because
Figure
real
it out
love
or
isn't
fuck
about
off.
finding
This
someone
is
who
not a
already knows
coincidence
everything.
now for this money to
It's
appear
about
in
growing
your
together.
To do, and you owe
learning
nothing
each
to
other,
anyone.
and
The
choosing
weight
to
of guilt
stay even when
shares the
things
same
aren't
initial
easy.
as the person who will soon
I don't
open
want
their
to be
heart
just
to you.
another
you
name
are.
in your past.
But because of what you have.
I want to be
But
the
here's the
man who
harsh truth.
understands you.
If she's
Stands
letting someone else
beside
get
you.
that close,
Get
becomes
too close
everything
to
you
your
need.
heart. They're wearing a
because I
mask
have
of
to.
empathy.
You feel
Because
tired
I
no
want
matter
to.
how much you rest.
So if I
Over
ever
time,
fall
that
short,
build-
When to let go.
don't walk
Know
away.
when to walk away.
So tell me,
Yes.
help me see what I don't,
Who notices
and I promise I'll meet you where you are.
Standards to match their
Love
bitterness.
isn't about trading people
Time
in
will
when things
expose
get
the
tough.
truth.
It's you.
It's about
She
building
doesn't
something
belong
that
in your
lasts.
life. Walk away
And I
from
want to
her.
build that with you.
I just really miss
Drop a
your
1
presence.
yes if you agree with
I miss
me.
you being my best.
And pass this on to someone who needs it. It's not God bless.
It was a way of
There is
saying
someone
you
lying
matter.
to you.
That
And
even
this
in
lie
the
has been
middle
going
of
on
coffee,
for months.
you don't need to
The
bring
worst
her
part is
expensive
that
gifts
this
to
person
please
has
her.
no intention
You
of
don't try
telling
to
you the
win her
truth
back.
anytime soon.
She made a decision.
But do you want to know the most curious part?
Thank you. To
Click on the red cross below my photo so you can find out who it is and it's working. And now do the following. Click on the heart, then on the share arrow, and look at who is the fifth person on your WhatsApp list. There is someone lying
I'm
to
the beggar
you,
of tomorrow.
and this lie has
Don't
been
mock
going on for
people who are
months.
struggling.
The worst part is that this person has no intention of telling you the truth anytime soon.
Number 4.
But do
If
you
one
want
of
to
us
know
is
the
going
most
through a tough
curious
time,
part? Click on the red cross below my photo so you can find out who it is. And now do the following. Click on the heart, then on the share arrow, and look at who is the fifth person on your WhatsApp list. There is someone lying to you, and this lie has been going on for
real
months.
emotions.
The worst part
She
is
feels
that this person
deeply.
has no intention of telling you the truth anytime soon.
If you love your father.
But do you want to know the most curious part? Click on the red
Till
cross
the
below my
end,
photo so
and
you
I
can
will
find
reveal
out
who
it
this
is.
hidden enemy
And
is.
now do the following.
Your time
Click
will
on the
come.
heart, then on the share
Yes,
arrow,
the nights may
and look
Always
at who
look
is the
your
fifth
best.
person on
Dress
your
the way
WhatsApp
you should
list.
be addressed.
There is someone lying to you, and this lie has been going on for months.
He tried to soil
The
your
worst
name,
part is that
making
this
up things
person
to
has
get you
no
out of
intention
there.
of telling you the
To
truth
someone
anytime soon.
only to be replaced like you
But do you
never
want to know the
mattered.
most curious
This
part?
far and you have been blessed by this
Click
message.
on the red cross below
Drop
my photo so
100.
you can find out who it is. And now do the following. Click on the heart,
To make it work
then
with
on
them.
the share
When you
arrow,
sleep tonight,
and look at who is the
everything
fifth
in
person on your WhatsApp
That you would want to stay.
There's someone
But in the
who wants
end,
to have sex with
On
you.
those who see your
lot.
worth without you
And I'm
having
going
to
to
prove
reveal
it.
who it is. But
money
only
showing
if
up
you
in
have
your
the
bank
courage to
account
hear what the cards are
completely out of
showing
the
right
blue.
now.
But
This
It hurts,
person has
but you
already
can't make
dreamed
someone
about you in
feel
ways
what they
I
don't.
can't
Either
even
change or
describe
leave.
here without getting this video taken
drop a
down.
100 if you agree with
They've imagined being with you in places that don't even exist on Google Maps.
A woman will say,
And the wildest part?
I just blocked him so that
They've
you crash.
already touched themselves
if you watch
thinking
this
about
far
your
and you have
name.
been blessed by this
But
message,
if you ignore
When
this
people
video,
switch up on
they'll
you,
move on
don't
with their
question
life, and you'll
yourself.
miss out on one
To
of the
keep
best
choosing
nights
you.
the universe had
I
planned
still think
for you.
about you, though.
To find
Not-
out
but
the
here's the
initial
truth.
of this person,
She's
click the
ignoring you
plus
for a
button
reason.
on my profile.
two
Hit the heart
extraordinary
if you
things
want
that
to
are about
attract
happen
this
to you
hot
this
energy.
Saturday.
The last person ignored
Now,
this,
tap the
and
white
they missed
arrow.
their blessing.
The
Don't
initial
make the
of the
same-
third
She is
person who
close,
shows up is the one
and
ready
I'm
for
going
this
to reveal
encounter
to you
that will
the
change your bed forever. The cards don't don't lie.
longer in our time
The desire has already
Until
been
then,
released.
I'll wait
Now
for
all that's
Correction
missing
and
is you
directions
saying
from
yes.
you. She is the richest man in China, Jack
look
Ma
replaceable.
said.
You
If
look
you
like a
put the
backup
bananas
plan.
and money
You
in front
disappear.
of the monkeys,
Not because
the
you're weak,
monkeys will choose
but
bananas.
I loved you,
because the
not
monkeys don't
perfectly,
know that money can buy a lot of bananas.
This is about energy
In
revenge.
fact, if you
And you
offer
have just
work and
acted a
business to
curious
people,
part.
they will choose
Click
to
on the
work
red cross below my photo.
because most people
If
don't
you've
know
watched
that
this
a
far,
business
drop a
can make
100.
more money
It
than a
shows-
salary.
Exhausting.
One of the reasons the poor are poor
Just by typing
is because the
thanks
poor
in
are
the
not
comments.
trained to
You're going
recognize
to have
the
serious.
I choose
entrepreneurial
myself,
opportunity.
even if it means walking
They
away.
spend a lot of time
You're
in
going to
school,
die very soon
and
if
what
you
they
skip this
learn in
video
school
now.
is to work for
A
a
woman who
salary
really loves you.
instead of working for themselves.
Number one.
There is a
Profit
short,
better than
chubby
wages
woman
because
who is
wages
betraying
can
your
support
trust.
you.
Things you say,
But profits can make
even
you
when
a
you think she's
fortune.
not listening.
If you don't
My
learn to
feelings for you
recognize
haven't wavered.
opportunities,
If you ever
you
need
will
someone to
continue
talk to,
choose the safe path
to give him affection
rather
and
than
love,
the profitable
to
one.
huge him
Don't
immediately.
forget
To lock
to follow
this
us.
energy into your life.
There is someone lying to
Drop
you.
your name.
And
And this
stand
lie has
by
been
you.
going on for months.
Who is willing to
The
grow
worst
with you?
part is that this
She'll
person
start
has
picking
no
fights for
intention
no
of telling
reason.
you the truth anytime
She'll say
soon.
you're not enough.
Number
But
8.
do you want to know the most
She'll
curious
support your
part?
goals and push you.
Click
If
on
she's
the red
acting
cross below
different,
my photo
here's the
so
truth
you
nobody
can find
wants
out
to
who
say.
it is.
When
And now
that you
do the
changed.
following. Click
But
on
really,
the heart. Then
she's
on the
trying to
share
just-
arrow.
WhatsApp is the
and
one
look
who
at
truly
is the
wants to
fifth
be with
person
you.
on your WhatsApp
Someone
list.
has strong.
There is someone
I want to
lying
build
to
a
you.
house,
And
settle
this lie has
down,
been
and
going
grow
on for
old
months.
with
The
You
worst
look
part is
replaceable.
that this person
You
has
look
no
like a
intention
backup
of
plan.
telling you the truth anytime
used
soon.
pushed to the edge quietly.
But do you want to know
If
the
you're
most
con-
curious
Compártelo en
part?
WhatsApp. Fíjate
Click on the
bien.
red cross below my
El
photo
primer
so you can find out who it
bendición aquí
is.
abajo.
And now do the following. Click on the
magia.
heart.
Pero
Then
hoy
on
te
the share
romperé ese
arrow.
hechizo
And look
y
at
haré
who
que
is
esa
the
persona
fifth person
La
on your
segunda,
WhatsApp list.
dinero que
A
no
woman calling
esperabas.
you baby
Persona
or
te quiere de
sweetheart
verdad.
means
Se
nothing.
preocupa
A
muchísimo por
woman
ti.
buying
Te
you
valorará
gifts
su
means
karma.
nothing.
No deslices que te
A
diré
woman
quién
becoming
es.
the mother of
17
your
minutos.
child
Debes de usar
means
este
nothing.
audio, no importa si lo
A
dejas
woman
en privado.
moving in with you means nothing. A woman who wants you for your money and brings you all over
Agárrate.
social media means nothing.
¿Por qué te sucederán dos
Even a
sorpresas?
woman
My
saying she
feelings for
loves
you
means
haven't
nothing.
wavered. If you ever
A
need
woman
someone to
sharing her
talk
food
to,
with you
Ignore
means
this
nothing.
video, or she will
A
never
woman
speak to
always
you
waiting
again.
for your call or
Keep
message.
3 dear people in your family
That
who
too
may be about to
means
face
nothing.
a major accident.
And let me, a woman
If your
marrying
ex
you
wants to
also
come back
means
into
nothing.
your life, pause and ask
What
yourself.
truly
You are going to
matters
leave your whole
is a woman
family
who
that has
genuinely
always you.
respects, values, and stand by you.
ghost
Who is
me.
willing to grow with you, support you, and build a life with you. That, my friends, is what truly means something.
If your phone doesn't
If you
ring,
agree
Words,
with me,
they
type
kill me.
100 in the
this
comments.
pain you are causing me.
Fighting this battle alone. I'm tired of being afraid of myself.
Who stands beside
There is someone lying to you.
You are
And this
so
lie has been
precious.
going on for months.
One day I want to
The
marry
worst
you,
part is
to
that this
always
person
cherish
has no
and
intention
honor
of
our
telling you the
bond.
truth anytime
You're the
soon.
one I want
Practice understanding
But do you
and
want to
commit
know the most
healing after
curious
the
part?
storms. That's what
with sense.
Click on the red cross
Respect
below my
people's
photo
journey.
so you can
Drop
find out who it
100 if
is.
you agree.
But this
And
isn't
now
a
do the following.
coincidence. If
Click
this
on the
video
heart,
found you,
then
it's a
on the
message.
share
No
arrow,
secrets with
and
others
look at who
or
is the
spread
fifth
gossip
person
about
on your
you.
WhatsApp list.
she's suffering. She's missing
There is
me.
someone lying
She's waiting
to
for
you.
me to come back.
And this
But
lie
here's
has
the
been
hard
going
Today's
on for
love
months.
protection level is
The worst
77.
part is that
Type
this person has
77.
no intention
They are the
of telling
ninth
you the
contract
truth
when you
anytime
find the green
soon.
button.
But do
They
you
are-
want to know
Receive
the
these
most
blessings.
curious part?
Your hand will
Click
touch
on the red
a lot
cross
of
below my
Beside,
photo so you
because
can find out
today,
who it is.
Jesus will
And
answer
now
your
do
prayer.
the following.
The more you treat
Click
a
on the
woman better
heart,
than yourself,
then on the share
the more she
arrow,
thinks you don't
and
deserve
look
it.
at who
Wants
is
to
the fifth
steal your
person on your
smile.
WhatsApp
Trust
list.
in the power of this
There is
Revolut
someone
section
lying to you.
to protect
And
yourself
this lie has been
and
going on
gain
for months.
life-changing
And the worst part is that this person has no intention of telling you the truth anytime soon. But do you want to know the most curious part?
You'll make Jesus happy.
Click on the red
and
cross
before
below
this
my
week is
photo
out,
so you can find
Why
out
they are
who it
crying
is.
and who
And
this
now
person
do the
is.
following.
So
Click on the
connect with
heart.
Official.
Then on
Share
the
this
share
video.
arrow.
After
and look
sharing,
at who is the fifth
the first
person
letter
because you finally
WhatsApp
remembered your
list.
value. Now what
There
should
is
you
someone
do?
lying to you.
Careful.
And
if
this
you
lie has
ignore
been
this
going on for
video,
months.
bad
The
news
worst
will
part is that this person has no intention of telling you the truth anytime soon.
Her how to live without you,
But
my
do you
brother.
want to know the most
Men
curious
often think,
part?
oh,
Click on the red
It's
cross
about
below my
something
photo
bigger.
so you can find out who
Money.
it is. And now do
If
the
they
following.
wanted to be
Click
with you,
on the heart.
they would be.
Then on the
Either
share
change
arrow
or leave.
and look at who is the fifth person
a
on your
100 if you
WhatsApp
agree with
list.
It
There
was
is
never
someone
my
lying
intention to
you,
cause you pain
and this
or
lie has been
regret.
going on for months.
To be.
The
So
worst
maybe
part
it's
is that
time we
this
stop
person has no
measuring.
intention of telling you the truth anytime soon.
Don't stay in a relationship where you
But do
don't
you
feel.
want to know the most curious part?
It's a choice, not a mistake.
Click on the red cross below my
the more
photo
you treat
so
a woman
you can
better
find
than
out
yourself,
who it is. The more she thinks you don't deserve her.
Voice at the end of the day saying, I will try again tomorrow.
Look at who is the fifth
I found the
person
button
on your
below
WhatsApp
my
list.
photo and the heart for the
richest man in
Except
China,
I'm going to
Jack
reveal
Ma,
this
said,
message to you.
"If
But
you
first,
put the
I ask
bananas and
And he
money
won't
in
settle
front
for
of the
anything
monkeys. The monkeys
So
will
if you meet
choose
a man,
bananas
my growth,
because the
my
monkeys
journey,
don't know
that's
that
my
money
legacy.
can buy a lot of bananas.
She is.
In fact,
If she
if
truly
you
valued
offer
you,
work and business to people,
Please,
they will choose
don't
to
shut
work.
me out.
Because most people
Number
don't
4.
know that a business
Your manners
can make more
treats
money
people with
than a
respect.
salary.
how great it feels to be with you.
One
It's
of
not
the
your
reasons the
responsibility
poor
to
are
remind
poor
And the
love you share
is
with
because
those
the
lucky
poor
enough
are
to know
not
you.
trained to recognize
Every moment.
the entrepreneurial opportunity.
The second,
They spend a
God
lot
is
of time in school.
The more you love her,
and what they learn
the
in
easier it
school
is for her to treat
to
you
work
like
for a
and becoming
salary
a better version
instead
of yourself.
working for themselves.
Any woman you are busy
Comes back
Profit
later
is
saying
better
she
than
misses what you
wages
had.
because wages
Just
can
remember,
support you.
Have time for
But
you.
profits
She'll
can
begin to
make
pick
you a
unnecessary
fortune.
fights or
If you
arguments
don't
using
learn to
half-assed,
recognize
on-again,
opportunities,
off-again bullshit.
you will
You're
continue
like a
to
fucking
choose the safe path rather than the profitable one. Don't forget
Realize
to
they
follow
lost
us.
something real,
There's a jealous
whether
woman
they want to
secretly
admit
hurting
it.
you and
Remember,
talking badly
to
about
receive
you
this
when you're
message,
not
it's
around.
essential to type the
She
number.
acts like
It's
she's
only
your
a matter
friend,
of time before
but
she
I'm
does it
going to
again.
tell you the first letter of her
And she-
name and protect you from her in this video. This person pretends to like
You
you,
played
but
with
is
my
filled
heart
with
like it was a
jealousy
game.
and
You
wants
lied.
to see you struggle.
And I'll share
She's
the initial
jealous
of her
because
first
you're
name.
kind and
If
giving
you've
and
reached
have
this part of her
qualities she
mind,
lacks.
frequently checks your
She
social
wants to
media
see you fail
profiles.
because your bright
She's quite
spirit
deceived.
bothers her.
I
To
believe
cut
this
off her
woman will
jealousy,
eventually reach
you
out
must
after
click
some
on the
time.
plus
Your loyalty,
icon to follow
your
her
love.
and comment.
It's not about
Claim
money.
it to let the universe's power free you from her negative influence.
By me.
Now,
I stand by
first
you.
letter of
But
her name.
if you decide to walk
Click
away,
on the plus
He checks
icon
your
to
social
follow me
media,
because
replays
it's
your
important
voice
to
in his head.
connect
He misses
with
your
the
voice.
universe's
Is prison.
energy.
Be humble.
When you share this
3.
video, notice the
While
fifth
I was
person's
shuffling
name
here, a
starts
card
with the
fell
same
out showing
letter
a
as the
forbidden
woman
love.
who's
Struggles,
betraying
look
you.
in the mirror first.
If you trust in
Are
the
you
universe's
perfect?
power,
Judge
show it with a
me
comment.
when you are perfect.
If a man
Otherwise,
is done with
shut
you,
up.
you will
think
see
when
these
fulfilled
3
and confident
signs
in who
clearly.
you are,
Listen
you'll attract
carefully.
the partner
Made a
1.
mistake?
He stops
If
communicating
not,
with
then
you.
shut up.
He doesn't
People
call.
love to
He
stand
doesn't
tall
text.
because of
He
you.
no longer checks
This
in.
success,
The
this
conversations
Start
you
over with
used to
someone
have
new.
become distant,
If we encounter any
dry,
challenges or
completely
difficulties
gone.
to my life,
He used to ask how your day went. Now it feels like
Necessary
silence
fights or
has taken
arguments
his
with
place.
you or set you up for
When
something
someone
she
truly
knows you'll
loves
fall.
you,
Visit
communication
some people,
doesn't fade,
especially
even
if
they
they
don't
tough times.
reciprocate. Number
Certain
2,
people and positive
he's suddenly
people.
too busy for you.
Because a good
He
laugh.
always has
I
excuses.
knew it was what you needed,
work,
what you asked for.
stress,
My
plans
heart
that
ached.
don't involve you. He stops making time for you. The dates,
I knew
the little
it was
moments,
what you needed,
the
what
plans
you
for the
asked for.
future, all
My heart
disappear.
ached.
Best friend. You're no longer part
just
of his
miss you in
priorities,
general.
and that hurts. No matter the circumstances, I don't give a flying
He
fuck
grows
what you think about
emotionally
me.
cold.
Love me,
The
hate me,
affection
talk
fades.
Important
No
conversation.
hugs, no kisses, no soft
In the last
touches.
24 hours.
He doesn't say I love you anymore, and when he does, it feels forced. His
Your
words don't
second
match his
contact
actions.
will be
If
someone
you're
with
seeing
whom you
these
have an-
signs, don't ignore them.
Believed in what you two
You
could grow
deserve
into,
honesty, not
but he can't
confusion.
build something.
You deserve love,
and
not
nurturing
distance.
your well-being.
Drop a 100
When you're
if this
genuine-
spoke to your heart,
I will
and
tell
share
you
it
who
with
this
someone
person
who
is,
needs the truth.
and I want to protect you.
Your ex
When a
will go to
woman is
great
no
lengths
longer
to come back
interested
into
in
your
you,
life once they
you'll
find
begin to
out
see a
about
change in her character and attitude towards you. She'll begin to disrespect
Someone you
you.
recently
She'll begin to
spoke
take
to
a longer
is
time
tied
to
to your
respond to
destiny.
your text. She'll begin to
You'll
give
realize
you
you've always been the
unreasonable
main character
excuses
in your
why
life.
she's always busy and When any doesn't of have this time happening and have a true She'll love in your begin to life. pick You unnecessary can just fights understand or arguments
brings
with you
immense
or
joy to
set
my
you up
life.
for something she
And I want
knows
us
you'll
to
fall
continue
for
creating beautiful
in order
lives
to
if
have
he
a
suddenly
perfect ground
loses
to break
feelings
up with
for
you.
you.
When this
Did you know that
happens,
you can
you
see-
should know she has
Nothing
either
you say
cheated
will
on
change
you,
her mind,
and her change of
because
attitude
she already
is her
left
trying
me.
to justify
Hoping
her
you won't
act,
notice.
or feel better of
here's
herself,
the
or
thing.
she has seen someone she
At the
feels
end
is
of the
better
day,
than you.
remember
Either
your
way,
worth.
you must have some
Don't
self-respect
settle.
and
You
let
lose
her
my
go.
trust.
She ain't worth
People
it
come
Because
go.
if you don't let her go, she will do it in a very disgusting and hurting way possible. Yes, that's what happens when you give a woman too much power. She will misuse it. And if you don't want any of this happening and have a true love in your life, you can just understand female psychology and learn game with my female psychology series linked below now.
A woman who wants you for your money and brings you
lifting that weight off your shoulders tonight as you sleep a prophetic
plus sign on my photo to bring good
games, but to protect your peace. No angry texts.
She doesn't
I don't
belong
waste
in your
time
life.
hating anyone.
Walk away from her.
I'm too busy building myself.
You are probably looking for
Either
an
I
escape.
care about you or you
Send
mean
us a
nothing to
message.
me.
Games, but to
I'm
protect your
friendly
peace.
with everyone.
No
but
angry
not
texts.
everyone's my friend.
That's how the blessing begins.
I'll talk,
She's watching
I'll laugh,
right now. Good luck.
but that doesn't make us
Reveal
close.
who this person is.
I don't do
and
fake
what they
love or
want to
forced
do to
respect.
She has
If I'm
something
around,
important to
it's
say.
because I want to be.
She says, take care of your
I
you.
move quiet,
Now do this.
focus on my own.
Tap the share arrow.
No
and
time
look
for
at your
drama.
Honestly felt like
I've
we
got
just
goals
all
to hit.
thought this because
People
they had
mistake
such
my kindness for weakness, but
Thank
they
you
learn
for
quick when they
breaking that
cross the
negative
line.
energy.
A woman is
I've
talking
been
to
through
someone
enough
else.
to know
She
where
won't
to
always
place my
confess,
energy.
but her actions will.
I've learned
Because
not
your
everyone
success
deserves access
makes
to me.
her uncomfortable.
I protect my
to
peace,
Reveal
stay
who
in my
this
lane,
person is
and keep building.
and what they want to do to
You won't catch me
Embrace the
chasing
opportunity,
approval or trying to
and you
prove
may
my
just
worth.
find that the path.
I know who
But
I
if you
am.
don't stay, you'll be
If I
committing
show
a
up for you,
grave
it's real.
sin. And so
If I walk
La
away,
segunda,
trust me, it's
dinero que
final.
no esperabas.
I've got no room for fake vibes
She'll
or
either
wasted
grow up
time.
or go.
My circle is small, and my vision is clear. Let them talk.
And either
I'll
way
keep
you
working
win.
in silence.
Drop a
and let the
100 if you
results
agree.
speak.
And pass.
Be okay.
Someone very influential
bottom
has
of my
their eye
heart.
on you. But it's not about love.
The girl will say,
It's about
but I've
something
known
bigger.
him before you.
Money.
Number 4.
And a lot of it.
She'll ask you where
Tap
you go.
the heart and the
What-
plus sign
Number 8.
on my photo right now before
She'll
the 10
support your
seconds.
goals. and
Mark
push
this
you.
activates the energy of abundance surrounding you.
facing right now be replaced.
In
When
this
any
very
of this
moment,
happening and have a true
this
love in your
person
life,
has seen
you
you
can
grow
just
in
understand
silence.
feelings, but no one
They
says
know
what
you're
to
about
do.
to cross a line that
When
will
being
change your
good only
financial
brings-
situation.
¿Quién es este hombre?
And even if
Y
they
por
haven't
eso
said
no
it out
debes
loud,
ignorar estas
they're
señales
considering you
positivas.
for
Contacto
something
que te
huge.
aparezca va a
Type
ser la
5,
persona que va a
8,
celebrar
4.
contigo.
In the
This message
comments,
reached
that's
you
the
because
number
I,
that
Jesus,
seals
am
this
protecting
message of
you.
alignment
Dándome el
and
orgullo.
prosperity.
Antes que
This
arriesgarme
energy
a
isn't here
perderte.
by chance.
Discutimos,
It's a
sigo
reward for your
queriendo abrazarte.
consistency for keeping the faith,
No importa
even
cuánto.
when no one else
La
did.
espiritualidad me ha
And
estado
now,
diciendo que hoy en
listen
día
closely.
ya no eres amigo o
When you
amiga
share
de
this
esta
video on
mujer.
WhatsApp,
Ustedes
look at
siguen
the
caminando.
8th contact that appears. That person will be key in the next big financial
The
shift
worst
in your
part
life.
is that this
Type
person
I
has
receive
no
this
intention of
abundance
telling
and
you.
get ready.
Y hagas lo
Because
que
what
te
once
digo.
seemed impossible
Ves estos botones
is
al
now
lado.
coming
The
straight
worst
to you.
feeling for a man is when he
no
tries to
longer
have a
interested in
conversation
you,
with a woman.
You'll begin to
Sometimes a
see a
number says
change
more
in
than
her
we
character
realize.
and attitude
The number you
towards
just
you.
chose.
She'll begin to disrespect
If you give them a
you.
chance,
She'll begin to
they will
take a
always
longer
respect
time to
and care.
respond to
Curious
your
part.
text. She'll begin to give you
Click on the red cross
unreasonable
below my
excuses
photos.
why she's
I don't
always
care who's
busy and
doing
doesn't
better
have
than
time
me.
for you.
I'm not in
She'll begin to
competition
pick
with anyone else.
unnecessary
You are
fights
going
or
to leave
arguments
your
with
whole
you or
family
set you up
that
for
has
something she
always
knows
you.
you'll fall for
Find a girl who
in
does
order to
these
have a
5
perfect
things.
ground to
One,
break up with
a girl
you.
who is
When
not
this happens,
Let me make
you
one
should know
thing
she has
clear.
either cheated
I don't
on you
care how
and her
important
change of attitude is
A
her
big
trying to
blessing is
justify
coming to
her
your
act
life.
or feel
The way
better
you
of
treat this
herself,
video.
or she has
Something
seen
you've been
someone
waiting
she
for a
feels
long
is better
time
than you.
could arrive
Either
sooner
way,
than you imagined.
must
Don't
have some
force it. If they
self-respect
wanted to
and
be
let her
with
go. She ain't worth
would
it.
be.
Because if you
Not
don't
just
let
as
her
a
go,
boyfriend, but
she
as a
will do it in a
husband.
very disgusting
Or a
and
girl who
hurting way
treats me for
possible.
off her
Yes, that's
feet.
what happens
And
when you
when
give a
you find
woman
her,
too much power.
well,
She will
let's just-
misuse it. And if you don't want
My
any of this
frustration
happening
wasn't
and have a
anger.
true love in your life, it was hurt. You can
Message
just
him
understand
first.
female
He needs to
psychology
make the move.
and learn
And when
game
he
with my
does,
female psychology
She wants
series
the
link
world to
below
know
now.
that's her man. A hidden relationship is...
Number 3.
If a man is
woman
done
who
with
doesn't take
you will see
instructions-
these 3 signs clearly.
But he is playing a game.
Listen carefully.
He made a
1.
decision.
He stops communicating with you for your looks. He doesn't call your soul. He doesn't text. He no longer checks in. The conversations you used to have become distant, dry, or completely gone.
He just chose you.
He used to ask how your
You were
day
my
went.
lesson.
Now it
My
feels like
heartbreak.
silence has taken his place. When someone truly loves you, communication doesn't do anything, even in tough times. For you, you threw away the girl that he's
Because
suddenly
I
too
want to.
busy for you.
So
He
if I
always
ever
has
fall short,
excuses. Work. I've been through enough. Plans that don't involve. I've cried in silence. He stops making
Comment
time
your
for you.
name and write
The
Queen.
dates,
This
the
one
little
is for me.
moments,
In the last
the
24
plans for the
hours,
future
if so,
all
a
disappear.
clear sign
You're no
is
longer
missing.
part of his
Rule
priorities,
number 1,
and that
don't
hurts.
go broke trying
3.
to look rich.
He grows
Every
emotionally
image of
cold.
you is a snapshot
The
of the
affection
joy
fades.
and warmth.
No
because
hugs,
he
no
couldn't
kisses,
put your
no
bills
soft
at the
touches.
moment.
He doesn't
Everyone
say
wants
I love
financial.
you anymore,
If
and
you
when
want
he
me to
does,
enter
it
your
feels
home and
forced.
remove all the evil
His words don't
Do
match his
everything they
actions.
can to
If you're
cheer you
seeing
up,
these signs,
or
don't
simply
ignore
be
them.
there.
You deserve honesty,
So,
not
yeah,
confusion.
keep pretending you're
You
with
deserve
me.
love,
Keep
not
it-
distance.
She doesn't care
Drop
about
a
overseas
100
holidays
if this spoke to
or
your
the
heart.
brand of the
And share it just with your someone who
loyalty and
means the
respect.
truth, because she gives you
There is
hers
someone
with
lying to you,
La segunda,
and this lie has been
dinero
going
que
on for
no
months.
esperabas.
The worst part is that this person has no intention of telling you the truth anytime soon. Write thank you to confirm
do you want to know
this
the most
revelation.
part?
There's many faces.
Click on the red
But the
cross
truth
below my
is,
photo so you
they
can
can
find
watch
out
you.
who
Energy
it
of
is.
abundance surrounding
And
you.
now do the following. Click
In
on
this
the
very
heart,
moment,
that it
then
will
on the
be
share
so.
arrow, And now I will reveal to you on your WhatsApp list.
Find a girl who does these 5 things. 1, a girl who is not shy on showing others how much she loves you. 2, a girl who lives far away but has never cheated on you. 3, a girl who sees you not just as a boyfriend but as a husband. 4, a girl who treats you like a king. 5, a girl who asks for permission before doing something simply because she respects you and considers your decisions. If you've watched this far, drop a 100. It shows you're a part of the one person who actually finishes what they start. So, keep your eyes open, your heart ready, and your mind clear. Who knows? Maybe that girl you're searching for is just around the corner, waiting for someone like you to come along and sweep her off her feet. And when you find her, well, let's just say you'll know it was worth the wait. At last there is saying that the greatest happiness of life is the conviction that we are loved. Loved for ourselves, or rather loved in spite of ourselves.
I believe that if you give
When a
him
woman
the
is no longer interested in you, you'll begin to see a change in her character and attitude towards you. She'll begin to disrespect you. She'll begin to take a longer
Things
time
happen.
to respond to
They
your
see your
text.
progress,
She'll begin to
your
give
consistency.
you unreasonable excuses why
$1
she's
million
always
will fall
busy
into
and doesn't
your
have
account
time for
incredibly.
you. She'll begin to pick unnecessary fights or arguments with you or set you up for something energy of the universe. And if you stayed until the end of the video, there's a when this happens, you should know she has either cheated on you and her change of attitude is her trying to justify her act or feel better of herself, or she has seen someone she feels is better than you. Either way, you must have some self-respect and let her go. She ain't her feelings and boundaries. Don't let her go. When you prioritize your partner's and hurting way possible, yes, that's what happens when you give a woman too much power. She will misuse it. And if you don't want any of this happening and have a true love in your life, you can just understand female psychology and learn game with My Female Psychology series linked below now.
Your energy on getting a
When
better
a woman
life
is
for
no
yourself.
longer interested
Be
in
wise.
you, you'll begin to see a change in her character and attitude towards you. She'll begin to disrespect you. She'll begin to take a longer time to respond to your text. She'll begin to give you unreasonable excuses why she's always busy and doesn't have time for you. She'll begin to pick unnecessary fights or arguments with you or set you up for something she knows you'll fall for in order to have a perfect ground to break up with you. When this happens, you should know she has either cheated on you and her change of attitude is her trying to justify her act or feel better of herself, or she has seen someone she feels is better than you. Either way, you must have some self-respect and let her go. She ain't worth it, because if you don't let her go, she will do it in a very disgusting and hurting way possible. Yes, that's what happens when you give a woman too much power. She will misuse it. Because if you don't want any of this happening and have a true love in your life, everyone wants you can just understand female psychology and learn game with My Female Psychology series linked below now.
Number 10.
Before you go to sleep tonight, I want you to
They'll
hear
stick with
this,
you through the highs
because
and the
it's not
losses.
a coincidence that
That's the
this
difference
video
between us.
found
For me,
you.
it's not just
Something
about
powerful is
replying.
about to
Stay
happen in
single
your
and
life.
invest in
And it
yourself.
starts tonight.
God will
God
bring
is trying to speak
Don't
to you.
leave anything
Two
for later.
major things are about
Later.
to shift.
By
But don't
age 35,
scroll.
you should be
The last
smart enough to
person
know
ignored
these 6
this,
things.
and
He
they
will
missed
send an
their blessing.
unbelievable blessing
Don't
into
make the
your
same
life.
mistake.
Trust.
The Bible
You
says,
think I changed?
whoever rejects a
No,
blessing
I just stopped playing
invites
nice while
sorrow.
getting...
You think it's
So
impossible
right now,
because he has a big
tap
ego
the
and
heart
is stubborn.
and follow me.